We have a number of veterans here at home in the United States who are trying to help out. They have this new coalition that's just been launched this week. Our friend Paul Rieckhoff is a big part of it, one of the co-founders. And there you see it. Paul's also founder of Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans America, hosts the Independent Americans podcast, and most notably appears on this show every week. Where's that in your bio? That should be in your bio, too, right at the top of your bio. He's in Washington today. Welcome, Paul. Tell us about this. So you've done so much work with veterans over the years. What are you doing specifically when it comes to Ukraine?
Well, great to see you again, as always, Connell. And I'm in Washington for a lot of the reasons the ambassador just talked about. Ukraine is the fight of our time. Ukraine has experienced far too many delays. Ukraine is a valuable ally to the United States and to the West. And American veterans support Ukraine overwhelmingly. Over 80% of American veterans support Ukraine or are neutral. And we're starting a new group called American Veterans for Ukraine this week in Washington. We have an event tomorrow at the Ukraine House, bringing together 5 leaders from different backgrounds who all have a connection to Ukraine to rally, unite, and empower veterans of all political backgrounds across America to support Ukraine. We want to help Americans understand why this is critical. We want them to understand why veterans specifically support them. And we want to protect funding going forward. We don't want to see what happened in Congress again. Ukraine shouldn't be playing a game of Mother May I. They shouldn't be held hostage by petty American politics. And American veterans are going to lead the way.
So to be clear, this is about raising money and raising awareness, lobbying for the beliefs, not about sending people over to volunteer, help out in the war effort, or anything like that.
Correct. But we do want to highlight the fact that 40 American veterans have died in combat.
Yes.
Men and women who felt it was important enough to go over there and fight. We also want to support humanitarian work that's happening on the ground, which is really extensive and being led largely by American veterans and by Western veterans who see this as an important fight. We always see American veterans running in to the most urgent causes. We see that after a hurricane here at home. We saw it in Afghanistan after the collapse, and now we see it in Ukraine. So American veterans are leading the way, and we encourage our brother and sister veterans to follow us, especially Memorial Day, where we're rallying here in Washington and around the country. It's a unifying time, and this is just one reflection of that.
Okay, let me throw up that article that Ambassador Taylor and I were talking about, the interview that Zelensky did in the New York Times. What's the problem? Challenging the West over hesitations. You heard Ambassador Taylor's points. What would you add, if anything, your view on what's happening over there?
I mean, I think I would just add this, Connell. Can we blame Zelensky? If we were in a fight against a foreign enemy and we had one hand tied behind our back, how would we feel?
Right.
I'm a 9/11 first responder. If somebody else outside of America told us we couldn't hit back in Afghanistan to get the people who attacked us on 9/11, we'd dismiss them. So I think Zelensky's been incredibly restrained, but he's asking to have his handcuffs removed, to be able to strike before he's struck. His women and children and civilians are being killed right now. Mm-hmm. They're losing momentum, and they need to have the gloves off so they can defend their homeland and defend the West and defend American interests and everyone else who cares about this fight. So I think it's a really reasonable request. It's amazing that it's taken this long, but Zelensky's been kind of caught in a game of Mother May I with the American Congress and with the West for months. And this guy's fighting for his life. So just put yourself in his shoes. And that's what American veterans understand. We've been in combat. We want to stand with him and get him what he needs to win this fight.
Well, that's the question, is whether he can. I mean, I've been asking guests this for weeks, if not months, given the momentum shift, given how long it's taken to get the aid and the weapons and everything else over to Ukraine. Is this still a winnable war? What do you think?
Yes, I think it is a winnable war. I mean, these guys have held on for so long as underdogs with the chips stacked against them. Everybody said that the Ukrainians were going to get rolled in a couple of weeks, right? They were up against the Russian military, and they've held their own. Yeah. And they've done it with one hand tied behind their back. So if we give them what they need, they can win. They can be victorious. They can defend their homeland. They can turn the tide, and they can help punch back against Putin, who is a threat to the entire world. So this is actually a really great return on investment for America. We don't have to put any boots on the ground. None of our brothers and sisters are fighting in this war, and we can take out the Russian military, defend freedom, and hopefully knock out Putin along the way.
We'll look forward to seeing what work your group does in that effort. I want to ask you about one other issue, foreign policy related, before I let you go. It's a big headline today, and the other war that we're watching very closely, the war in Gaza. There are 3 countries in Europe that came out, Norway, Ireland, and Spain, and recognized a Palestinian state today. I mean, it seems like one of those things you look, well, this is, largely symbolic maybe, but I wonder how large of a symbol you think this is.
I think it's a big symbol, Con. I mean, you and I talk about the momentum every week, and I think that's what this is about. We saw Ukraine lose a lot of momentum because of American delay, right? And Russia's got some momentum. I think we've seen Israel lose momentum. They're losing public support around the world. And this is kind of like three critical dominoes that further isolate Israel. And I think it's becoming more and more inevitable that most countries, I think 2/3 of the UN, recognize a Palestinian state. Most of the American government recognizes the right for a Palestinian state. So Israel's, I think, continuing to lose momentum here and is going to have to get down to brass tacks and recognize that they're losing the popularity war. And until they change their posture in Gaza and figure out a way to get the world back on their side, more of these dominoes are going to continue to fall against them.
All right, Paul Rykov live from Washington today.